Hello and welcome back to Wurth Live. I'm your host, Jason, of this live stream event. And if you are new, welcome. And if you've seen us before, thank you for returning. But for those first timers of the show, Wurth Livestream is a show that brings manufacturers, suppliers, and knowledge directly to you, the customer, in a fun and interactive way. During today's episode, please feel free to ask any questions that you may have in the comment section or let us know where you're watching from. We would love to hear from you. Now, without further ado, our guest today is Tafisa. Tafisa Canada is home of North America's largest particle board manufacturing facility. Since their launch in 1992, Tafisa has quadrupled its production, increased its employee base from 60 to 325, and firmly established themselves as an industry leader. Joining us live all the way from Tafisa, Canada, is Mr. Mark Wansbrough, and from the Chicagoland area, our very own multi-platinum award-winning board specialist, Mr. Dave Nemzik. What is up, everybody? How are you guys doing today?
Hey, guys. Hey, Jason. Thanks for the intro.
Absolutely. Can you hear me? I can hear you guys.
It's a little bit glitchy, but
we'll start with you, Mark. Dave might be having some issues here. Mark, tell us about who you are and what you are doing with Tafisa Canada.
Okay, my name is Mark Wansbrough. As you introduced, I'm the sales manager for Tafisa Canada. I take care of North American sales, obviously with the support of a team that I have, but also our great distributor with Wurth Baer Supply. Been with Tafisa Canada for 21 years and work with Dave and his crew and the rest of Wurth Baer Supply to bring our products really to the end users in the from the Northeast through the Midwest.
Very nice. And David is back with us. David, can you hear us? Can you hear us, David? Are you there?
I can hear you guys. Yes.
All right. So, David, who are you, and what's about you? What do we need to know about you?
So I'm the regional board manager for Wurth Baer Supply. I basically it's a role that's a little bit of a combination of buying and selling. So I cover basically from Chicago all the way out to Pittsburgh, and Mark and I from Tafisa here have known each other for 7 years now.
Wow, that's some good stuff there.
I see you have some nice pictures of our plant. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the operation, and then we can talk more about the sexy stuff we do, the products and the things that cabinet makers can do to build cabinets. But it's, as you mentioned, the largest plant in North America, which really means there's two particle board lines making particle board core and 5 TFL presses. So what we like to call that's an integrated facility. In other words, we make our own board in-house to supply our TFL or our TFL operation. It's a big operation, world-class facility. Just to give you a sense of the scale, we produce enough panels to produce approximately 3,000 kitchens per day or 24,000 TFL panels. So shipping by rail, by truck to all of the Wurth Baer Supplies facilities within their network. Interesting part of the plant, which for many of the customers is what we call a rewood facility, which is a recycled plant within our plant. So the big challenges within the industry is sustainable fiber. So it's a sustainable reconstituted recycled wood fiber with from post-consumer recycled fibers. So really critical to supplying fiber to keep the plant going. Are you frozen up there, David?
No, we can hear you now. Something was freezing up. We kind of lost you at the end of there. So David, so I know we have this new program with Tafisa. Do you want to tell us about that with ordering doors and whatnot and all that good stuff?
Well, sure, absolutely. So one of the things that I wanted to ask Mark real quick here is, Mark, you outlined a little bit about your company and some of the things that you do. Because I only cover a certain part of the country for Wurth Baer Supply, out of curiosity, do you guys supply all of Wurth Baer Supply company locations?
We supply all locations from New England through the Midwest, and Wurth being our largest wholesale distributor, certainly in the U.S. network. And what's important for the customers to understand, certainly, is the partnership between Wurth Baer is when we introduce products which can be new colors, new textures, new lines. That the commitment that Wurth has is those are stocked fully and completely at all locations, and we've had that agreement now for around 10 years. So whenever we bring a new product to market, like we've just done in the last 6 months, that all of those products are stocked from New England, Ohio, Chicago, et cetera, throughout the whole system.
Yeah, and that's really nice to hear, Mark. A lot of customers tell me, as far as advantages go doing business with us, is they like the fact that we have board on the ground in multiple locations. And sometimes I joke them and I say, we have more Tafisa on the floor in the network of our company than Tafisa has on the floor at Tafisa. And that could be
Right.
true. But it's, listen, at the end of the day, distributors can run out of stock. And as a customer, you want to do business with a distributor that has multiple locations, that has a large breadth of inventory that can help them when they have large projects in order for us to get them out of the weeds.
Right.
So absolutely. So that's good to know, Mark. Another question that comes up a lot is website information. Customers are always asking me about various manufacturers that we carry. Do they have a website? Can I use it? Is it beneficial to me? So maybe could you talk a little bit about your website?
Sure, it's great, and I see an image up here in the top left that Jason's put up. But we've recently revamped our website, so going into the back half of last year. So our website is more inspirational, more digital, more pictures. A great website. But what's most important certainly is customers can order samples online. So I know there's samples within the Wurth Baer supply network, and the sales reps have samples. But if an end user gets a flip chart from you or one of your guys and then says he wants a bigger piece, they can go online, they can click X, and it's UPS out real fast and go straight to their location. And we found it really useful, certainly the last 12 months with COVID, where sales reps, depending on the region, depending on the territory, haven't gotten out to all the customers, that the traffic getting samples out and it's been really efficient has really helped our cause when end users want to see samples, because they're still running their businesses, but sometimes sales reps aren't getting out into the field as they might have 12 months ago.
Yeah, and so I've been in distribution sales now for 7 years. And I would say one of the things that I learned in this job is that when it's easy for a distributor to do business with a manufacturer, the customer at the back end of it is the one that benefits from it. And what I mean by that is, your example about samples. If it's easy for a customer to order samples, if they have a job where they may need a bigger piece than what they have access to, and it's really easy for me and you to work together, and the customer gets their sample fast, that's a huge benefit to the customer. It can't be overstated. And there's a lot of other really cool examples of how our relationship as a distributor and manufacturer plays out as far as the relationship goes. One example is complementary products. You guys do a really, really good job of telling us as the distributor, hey, we're Tafisa. Here's our colors, here's what we're doing, here's what we have available to you. But also, as a manufacturer, you guys have done a really great job of lining up the complementary products before a lot of these new collections even come out, to where once we do stock the melamine, the complementary products are lined up. And maybe, Mark, you could talk a little bit more about complementary products in that sense.
Yeah, they're hugely important, and to your point, David, we spend a lot of time, a lot of resources. We have a woman in our marketing team. That's her primary function, is working with our design team, and as we're bringing new designs and new products on stream, that she's in a parallel fashion working with our complementary products partners, whether that's edge tape, moldings, doors, et cetera, et cetera. We think we've got the best, and we believe we've got the best designs and the best TFL and high pressure laminate designs in the business. But if you've got a great looking panel and you can't get edge tape that's exact matching, you can't get doors to finish cabinets, all you really got is a great looking panel. So it's integral to the success of our business. And we spend a lot of time and a lot of resources making sure that those are all in place. So when we launch products and we're talking to distributors about new products for end users, that they're in place and available, and end users and mill workers, cabinet shops, etc., can do complete jobs with our great looking panels.
Speaking of merging the panel world and the door world, David, can you tell us a little bit about the JB cutting that we are offering at Wurth Baer Supply?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Mark was mentioning, Tafisa Canada puts a lot of work into these complementary products, but at the end of the day, that's only half of the battle, right? So Tafisa Canada can put all the work in to make sure that complementary products are available through distribution. But the second part of it is the distributor also needs to play a big role in that. The distributor needs to make sure that they're stocking matching edge banding. The distributor needs to make sure they have matching 5-piece doors, matching thermofoil doors, matching moldings. And Mark and I have put a lot of work into making sure that when they have complementary products lined up, we have them lined up too for our customers. Because you wouldn't believe how many times I've visited a customer and they say, yeah, I'm buying my melamine from Joe Schmo distributor, but I had to buy my edge banding through a separate supplier because they don't stock it. So edge banding is a great example of how these products come together. And Jason, regarding the JB Cutting Door program, a lot of our customers love these Tafisa colors, but they also want matching thermofoil doors, 5-piece doors, moldings to the Tafisa colors. So we've come up with a JB Cutting program available through Wurth Baer Supply. We are now an official JB Cutting distributor that goes over our entire national footprint. And obviously it's all special order because it's all made to order material, but at the end of the day, you as a customer have access to over 40 Tafisa thermofoil door colors and 23 5-piece door Tafisa colors, along with matching moldings and all the bells and whistles. So we really do offer that full 100% complimentary program to where when you're a customer and you have jobs coming up, we can fit the bill for all of your needs. We haven't overlooked anything.
It's outstanding work that you've done, Dave, with your team to bring that all together. So it's the word value added is often overused, but it's it really is a full product, full servicing offering that you bring that allows our panels to sort of shine ultimately when they're used in application.
Very nice. All right, so we are ready to talk about your actual products, I'm guessing, right, Mark?
Absolutely, yes.
What do you want to start with? The Prelude, or you name it?
There's some confusion, or some people are often, I ask and you can check out our website, and it'll be explained. But Tafisa really has two broad TFL categories: what we call our Prelude collection and our Summit collection. And I often get questions, and I'm sure Dave often gets questions, the difference between the two products. But in 2016, Tafisa launched what we called the Viva collection, which was an embossed and registered, which is a unique technology, which allows the panel really to look very much like veneer, and where the embossing or the engraving in the panel is perfectly lined up with the cathedrals on the panel. So it's called embossed and registered EIR. So it's very high end. When we launched that in 2016, we sort of took two branches equally important for Tafisa, but just to be able to differentiate between the Summit or the EIRs. We call it the Summit collection. Summit being the pinnacle or the top of the mountain, with our Prelude collection. So the Prelude collection we've since added to over the years is 6 standard textures with in excess of 100 colors. And the EIR or Summit, now since 2016, we now have 3 textures and 26 colors. So it's the largest EIR collection in North America. It's been hugely successful for both Wurth and for Tafisa, and the Prelude collection continues to expand as you show there. So there's 6 textures: Crystallite, Isola, Smoothwood, Urbania, Alto, and most recently launched November of last year, what we're calling the Karisma line. So that's exciting new products for Tafisa. And when I was sort of talking about what we've done with Tafisa, so we launched that and developed that through the challenging 2020 of COVID. So it was a line that we put together, the finishing touches, and did a full launch with our distributors in November, December of last year. And you're showing those images as they go up. But it's only been in the market, say 6 or 7 months, but the reaction and the response in the marketplace has been outstanding. There's 6 wood grains, all very classic oaks, and 3 abstracts, really concrete inspired. They look a little bit like concretes. There's one right there, rock solid, and it's a collection which has got a lot of buzz, both with our distributors, like Dave and the sales reps and the people he works with. We talk about it, and there's a significant amount of wow factor relative to this, and specification community is excited. So it's a collection we think will be with Wurth, Baer Supply, and with Tafisa for many years to come. It's at its infant and crawling stages right now, but it's going to be a huge success, we believe.
David,
you're back.
Dave, what's your response?
I have a little anecdote. Okay, I think we might have a little delay going on here, but so I have a little anecdote about your new Karisma series. When I first started showing it to customers, they all thought that it was a part of your higher end line, which costs a lot more, to be frank, but a lot of customers pay for it because it looks great. I have one customer that I'm buddies with. I came in there and I showed him the Karisma colors, and he asked me what the price was, and I told him, and he goes, he kind of laughed at me. He goes, "Why are you charging that little for a product that looks so good?" And I said, "Well, it's not a part of Tafisa's EIR technology series. It's more of a standard TFL technology type of thing. They just happen to have done a really good job with the texture and the sheen levels, and it looks like a nice super matte."
We lost David.
Yeah, the texture is really unique. So David, I think, was talking about the texture itself. So the texture is the same on all these 9 prints, but that's a great image. Thank you for putting that up. So it's this brushed. It's very matte, very low, which means really low gloss. It's incidentally produced by the same plate partners who make our EIR plates. So it's got a lot of those characteristics, but it's what we call a universal texture. So it's not matched up with any specific grain pattern, but because we're launching oaks, which are very fine, it does very much look like an EIR, to be honest with you. But it's in our Prelude collection, so it's more moderately priced in the marketplace. And it's got this, you can see on that image, is quite good. It's really characterized by these peaks and valleys of gloss and matte, and you can see the different variations of that on that picture. So it's quite well done on that, and it's been well received. With regard to this, Dave was talking about doors and moldings. That with this collection, Tafisa and being stocked with the Baer Supply are introducing a molding program ourselves. So the moldings for both partners like JB Cutting, who you were describing, and for complementary for crown moldings, etc., will be stocked at Wurth. So we will now be taking charge of that supply chain and selling the moldings directly to our distributors, like Wurth Baer Supply. So a big move for Tafisa, really exciting, makes the supply chain so much easier, and very much part of sort of our product strategy, like we do with the high pressure laminate, where we take over the supply chain, take ownership of the supply chain, manufacture these products, bring them to market on our trucks, on our trains coming to market. So it's been a real win for us early on already.
David, do you want to tell us how can our customers get Tafisa samples?
Yes, I see a question from Jose Salinas there. So there's two ways customers can go about getting samples. One, contact their sales rep or our customer service department, and they can see to it that you get the samples that you need. The other way, which Mark mentioned before, is you could pop on to Tafisa's website, and any given Tafisa color is available in either 12 by 12 samples is one standard, 5 by 8 samples, and then also there's HPL laminated samples available. I believe, Mark, those are 3 by 5.
3 by 4 inches, I believe.
Okay.
So whatever format you need.
It's very, very quick and easy to get Tafisa samples. Once again.
Oh, lost him again. He's having some phone trouble.
But it's real easy. So he was basically saying samples. So you can call your Wurth Baer Supply rep, and certainly they've got a good quantity of our collateral, which are flip charts and portfolios, which show the full collection. Allows you to select colors, and then if you want a color, you can call your rep because they have inventory at the various warehouses in many cases, or just click on the website and get them UPS to you. Hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. So that's a very nice free service. As we're waiting for David to come back here, he is back again. Welcome back, David. Nice of you to join us.
Wow, it's been quite the journey.
So I think that's if we have any more questions, or Mark, do you have anything else you want to bring up about Tafisa? I think we nailed everything down for the most part.
Well, yeah. So as I said, so it's, the Karisma collection is our most recent launch. We're 6 months into it. So if there's any end use customers that are listening or see this video later, please contact your Wurth Baer Supply rep. It's going to be very successful. I think it's very timely. Looks like real veneer, so it's a great looking product.
Well, here's a very specific question. Can you read that, Mark? Do you have M3? What is that? 1 or
M3i particle board?
Yes.
We do in limited SKUs. So we make M3i, often used in the office furniture business. So, but a relatively small number of SKUs.
Very nice. And if you'd like to place your order right now, just go ahead and put it in the comment section. Mr. David Nemzik will take care of you and send it right out to you. All right.
Any other questions?
Yeah, if we have any other questions, we will show. Tell us about this video we're about to watch to end this thing off.
Well, I talked about Karisma, but we've been real busy over the last year and a half with a new product, which we think will be soon to be launched. So it's not in the marketplace yet. We in the next coming weeks, a new product that we think will be the premier. What generically in the marketplace we hear super matte, we're calling it perfect matte because we think it's perfect and a high gloss product, which is unique technology we're bringing to North America soon. Not available today, but soon to a Wurth Baer location near you, as they say in some jingle, I think. But we're super excited. So we've been working on this for a number of years, and we're right on the final stages of having, as I said, what we think is going to be the premier matte gloss line in North America, available in a one-stop shop situation.
Sounds like someone's eating a snack. But okay, so yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to go ahead and just say thank you so much, Mark, for joining us, and you, David Nemzik, as well. We're going to play the video, so don't leave yet. It's only like, what, a 30-second video?
Just a sneak peek.
Sneak peek at this new product. Thank you so much for, Tafisa. You guys all, very nice of you guys to join us and, take part in this. And yeah, thank you both for taking all the time, and thank you all for watching.
Absolutely.
Next month, we will be having Grass live, totally different format, so definitely tune in for that. We don't have an exact date. It might be around the 18th, so be sure to stick around for that. That's going to be pretty cool as well. And we will end with the new product.